Warm greetings to you all. Research Culture Society is a government-registered scientific research organization. Society is working for research community at the national and international level to impart quality and non-profitable services. Our members are scholarly educationists from various universities and institutes of repute. Here the faculties, research scholars and students interested in the area of research are given guidance and support in how their work can contribute to the betterment of our present and future generations. Research Culture Society is conducting conferences, seminars, symposiums, workshops, training and development programs on different themes. Society has organized nearly around 40 conferences, seminars, symposiums successfully at national and international level in association with different educational institutions and published selected research papers as journal special issues and book proceedings. Society is running international level referred, peer-reviewed journals with ISSN and books publication with ISBN. Educational institutions, colleges, universities are being welcomed for Memorandum of Understanding and collaboration to organize events. Society is promoting and sponsoring educational events as well as publishing research work in collaboration. Society also offers membership. The journals associated with Research Culture Society referred, indexed and with high impact factor. Society journals are publishing research papers, articles in all fields and subjects related to sciences, health sciences, engineering, agriculture, pharmacy, commerce, management, social sciences, arts, humanities, education, law and life skills. Research Culture Society also publishes book in both print and online with ISBN. It will also be a co-sponsor for organizing conferences and seminars. Research Culture Society also provides print and online book publications with ISBN. Society invites book publication in all study subjects and categories, thesis converted into book and conference proceedings publication also available.
Good evening to everyone. Welcome to all on the second day of the short-term training program on MATLAB for scientific research. Today we have resource person Dr. Yogesh Mule. He is a head and assistant professor, Department of Mathematics, Kairasika Mahavidyalaya, SRTM, University, India.
We are going to see MATLAB operation on linear algebra. So how we can use. So before that, yesterday we have just look up if statement as well as for loop. So today we are going to see all these things in a brief manner. Okay. So first we will see if condition. So what is meant by if condition? So for if condition, so we must type as a syntax if, and here in bracket we have to write condition. Then here will be statement for that particular condition. If it is true, then it is true statement. Else part, if it is false, again we have to write here false statement. Okay, so in the same manner we have to use if condition. So we will see some example on if loop. Okay, so I will start. This is my command window, so I will write in script. Okay, so before going to start, always used to work on script file instead of command window. So I will write here CLC clear screen. Then now we will see if entered number is 0 or given number is positive or negative. So I will use x is equal to input. So from user will take input and the we must prompt enter a number. Okay, close bracket. Then we'll put condition if x is equal to 0. So at first we'll give if x is equal to 0. If given input is 0, then it must be prompted as a 0. So yesterday we have seen for giving output we have used display command, but today instead of display we are going to use fprintf command. So again, if you know about C programming, so in C programming we are using printf command. So we'll write here it is 0. Okay, then next I will write here else if. Okay, because again we have to check whether given number is positive or negative. So for that I'll write here if x is greater than or is equal to 0. Okay, so for that we must know if x is greater than 0, it means it is positive number. So it is positive number. Okay, now we have seen the command statement syntax for if condition. If condition is given, then we are using statement for positive statement, else we are giving false statement. So here we would like to use now positive statement for this. So if x is greater than 0, it is positive. Else if this not happen, then we'll write here f print f, then it is negative number. Okay, so we have to check how many if we have open. So I will write here end, so you can see. So only one end. So we'll run this command run. So before that we have to save this. So I will write here suppose AA. I will save this. Now this will ask me 0, enter a number. So I will put here 0. So this will give us it is 0. Again I will run this program. Okay, so if I give 12, it will show it is positive number. Again if I run this, then I submit here -88 and enter negative number. And at last, if we again run this program and I enter -0, so it will identify still we have given -0, then it will identify it is 0. So this is the beauty of programming. So what we did, so we just take first input. Okay, so we have taken input. Then we have given command if x is equal to 0 means we are comparing when 2 equal to symbol is there, it means we are comparing that both statement. So x is equal to 0, then the output must be it is 0. Then else if, here is the additional syntax, means again we have to use else if, so we have to again use true statement as well as false statement for this. So if x is greater than is equal to 0, it means it is positive. If any number is greater than 0, then it is positive, otherwise it is negative. So this will work in this manner. So it will check if it is x is equal to 0, then this will print this. Then if number is positive, then this will print this positive number. If number is not greater than 0, then obviously this will go to here. Okay, so this is if condition. Then next we'll see for loop. Okay, so in MATLAB programming we must know about if statement as well as for loop. If you know these two things, you can make programming for mathematics very easily. Okay, so we'll see syntax for loop. So I will write here for loop. Hello.
Yes, yes, Yogesh sir.
Okay.
So
So
if you can increase your some voice, I think voice is not slow.
voice is not clear. See about for loop. So while starting with for loop, there is a formal syntax. One will start with initial condition or initial value. Then here we can use increment or decrement operator, means plus minus, and here endpoint. So while using for loop, we have to remember these things. We must enter initial value, increment, decrement operator, as well as endpoint. Okay, so we'll see example for this. So I will clear this. So at the starting, now we will see how to enter table. Okay, so we'll see how to enter table. So for I is equal to 1 colon 10. So here we just enter initial point and end point. So we have not defined that increment operator, because in for loop, if we have not defined any increment operator, so it will by default increase by 1. It means by default it will increase by 1. So then after I will write here f print f. Okay, and in printf option there is a format space. So now I would like to enter integer. So if for integer we must enter %d symbol. So I will write here %d, and what value we have to print? We need to enter that variable. So variable we have to enter here is I. So I is an integer having 1 to 10 values, and we have to print one by one. Okay, so I will write here end. So here our for loop is completed. So I will run here. So you can see, so 1 to 10 number has printed, but they are in a one line. So I will make here change. So I will write here slash n. If I enter here slash n, then it will give us, it means for every loop, it will print a new number in a new line. So if we enter run, so this will give 1 to 10 number. Okay. Now we'll see how we can, what we can say. Now I would like to enter 10 table at a time. So I will use here again nested for loop. So I will write here for j is equal to 1 to 8. Okay, 1 to 8. And now I have to print same integer number. For integer number I will write here percent d symbol. And what next we have to do? I star j, means I into j we have to define. Then now we have used two for loops, so end statement should be again end. So for I will write here for next line I will use here print f blank statement I will write here. So slash n new line slash n new line for this and close, and again I write here end. Now I will run this. So this will gives us up to 8, up to 10. Okay, so this will use some different value. Okay, I will write here 10. So problem is here, now instead of slash n I will use slash t, then we'll see the difference. Okay, now you can see here, here is the up to 8, up to 10. Okay, we have recently changed this value. Okay, so this is the table. With the help of for loop we can make the table up to 10. Okay, so we have to just understand how for loop is working. Now here is we have start I is equal to 1 to 10. Okay, we'll see some explanation about this, how for loop is working. So I will write here I is equal to 1 to 10. This is for I. Then for j again 1 to 10. Then we have print f, and the value must be in integer form. So we have enter here string percentage d for integer. So here slash n for new line. So now we have used slash t, tab, t for tab. It will give space and I star j. Okay, and then end. Then again we have used f print for spacing. So print f percentage d, no need here, directly we use slash n. Okay, and again end. So this is end statement, and for this is end statement. When we start I is equal to 1 to 10, it will start I is equal to 1. Then loop enter here. Now value of I is 1. Okay, now the loop is coming here, j is equal to 1. Now program will run above. Then it will print I is equal to I into j. So now we have value I 1 and value of j again 1. So it will print 1. Okay, then it will go here. Then it will end. Okay, it will end, and at the end it will check whether j is fulfilled or not. So j is only having one value, So it will increment by 1. It will increase by 1. Again the loop is going here. The value now become 2 instead of 1. Now value of j is increased. So it is 2. Now again this loop is moving forward. So then next is value of I is 1. Then value of j is 2. So it will print 2. Okay. Again it will move at the end. Then at the end again it will automatically increase by 1. So 1 is not less than 10. So it will again move to here. Now value of j is again increment by 1. So it will become 3. So here value of I is 1 and value of j is 3. So it will print 3. So continuously this j loop is continuously moving up to 10. Okay. And when value of j is 11, when value of j is 11, it will move here. So slash n means new line and end. At this end, this value is for I. So now value of I is 1. So it will increment by 1. So it will again move to this I. So this will increment by 1 means you will get 2. Now value of I is 2 and 2 is less than 10. Okay. So it will move forward. So again j is starting from 1 to 10 and in the same manner it will complete the loop. Okay. The outer loop will give value 1 to 10. Okay. It will give value 1 to 10 and for this j it will give us for this value for this inner j value. Okay, this will complete inner loop. Okay, so this will print value for table. Okay, moving forward, again we will see how we can use for loop instead of this. So I'll write here I is equal to 1 to 10. Okay, so I will write here 2 colon 10 and now I will print f percentage d, okay, at single quote comma what value we have to print I. Okay, and at last end. Now we'll run this. So what value you will get? So I will put here slash n for new line and again I will run this. So you will get 13579. It means the initial value is 1, 2 is increment, means it will increase by 2. Each value, whenever loop is moving, it will increment by 2 and this is 10. So we can use also like this with decrement operator. I will use here -2 up to 1. So you will get from -10 to 1. So it will decrement by -2. So with the help of for loop, you can do like this. Okay. Or in MATLAB, you can use directly z is equal to 1 to 10. So this will gives you value 1 to 10. Z is equal to 1 colon 2 colon 10. You will get 13579. Again, you can use z is equal to 10 colon -2 colon 1. You will get same value. But why we are using for loop? We are getting same value with the help of this colon operator. But when we have to move some value or circulate repeated, we have to do some step. So for that we are using for loop. Okay. So these are the benefit of for loop. Okay, next we are going to see. So we'll write a program to identify even number. Okay, so to identify even number, how we can identify even number in the programming manner. So for that we have to use mathematics. So in this mathematics, when we divide any number by 2, we'll check its remainder. Okay, when we divide any number by 2. Okay, in mathematics, how to find out even number. So for even number, when we divide any number by 2, okay, so if we divide this by 2 and if the remainder is we are getting 0, if the remainder is getting 0, then it is even number. Then it is even number. You can check any number. 2 4 is 8. So you are getting 0. It means the given number is even. Okay. And if you are giving any number other than this, then you will get 2 3 is 6 and you will get remainder 1. It means which is not equal to 0. So in mathematics, if you want to identify the number, whether given number is even or odd, so best we have to find out its remainder. So with the help of remainder, we can identify whether given number is even or odd. Okay, so we'll start with this. CLC, always it is better to use CLC, again one of the best practice. So I will write here for I is equal to 1 to 10. It means now I am trying to find out even number between 1 to 10 numbers. Okay, now I want to find out the even numbers between 1 to 10. So I will write here y is equal to remainder. Okay, so our value is rem, means remainder. We are checking only that remainder. Whatever we are getting this remainder, this command will use. Now we have to find out the even value from the value given in I. So I will divide now. Here is the syntax x and y. X means our I. From I we want to find out even number, and what is the next value? Y. Y is nothing but 2. If we divide value of I by 2, it will give us remainder. Okay, so now again we will use here if statement. Now what we will check? If y is equal to, y is nothing but remainder. If y is equal to 0, means if remainder is 0, then our true statement is printf. What we have to do? We have to print the number. So for printing number, we will use always %d for integer. If we are using fractional point or floating point, so for that we will use %f. Okay, so again what value we have to check? I. Okay, and end, and this is again end for loop. This is first end for if condition and second one is for loop. I'll run this. Okay, this will give us same value. Okay, y is again printing, will head. If we use semicolon at the last of line, it will suppress the value of y. Okay, so we are getting confused between y and our even value. So if I run, this program is used for even value. Okay, so here is the even value for this program between 1 to 10. Now what if I increase this value by 0? This will show us between 1 to 100. So these are the even values. Okay, so these are the even values. So what is the main factor is here? Now for I is equal to 1 to 100 means we have to check from 1 to 100. So for that, if we have to what we can say, if we want to scan all values, 100 values, and from that 100 values we have to pick up only even numbers. So for that, even number will use remainder I comma 2. So it will scan all values of I and divided by 2, and whatever value you will get will store in Y. Then we'll check if Y is equal to 0. It means the remainder is 0. It means it is even number. So even number is stored in I. So we'll print I. So for printing I, we'll use fprintf, and for integer we'll use percentage %d slash n for new line, and what value we have to print? Variable y, and end. This will print the even values. Now, what if I would like to print odd values? So for odd values, I will just change this. If y is not equal to 0, now not symbol will not work in this MATLAB version. So for that, I can use another tricks. So what I can use? If y is greater than or equal to 1, we know if even number is there, so remainder obviously will get 1 or greater than 1. So if you just change this condition, you will get all odd values. So if we run, you will get between 1 to 100 all odd values. These are the all odd values. So here, with the help of for loop and if condition, we can use all mathematical operation in matrix. Okay, in the same manner, if we want to use, or if we want to find out factorial number, okay, so for factorial number, what we can see, if I want to find out factorial of 5, so factorial of 5 is nothing but 5 into 4 into 3 into 5 factorial. So what we can do, 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So this will give us 20, this will give us 60. Okay, no problem. So, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This will give 420, this will give 60 and 120. Now we will see this factorial number in the form of for loop. So we'll check factorial of n number. Okay, so again clear screen. Now the tragedy is what in factorial we are multiplying 1 into 2, 2 into 3, 3 into 4, 4 into 5. So now we'll use some variable. So I will use f for factorial. So for multiplication, the value must be 1, because 1 into anything you will get 1. So the value must be f is equal to 1. So I will use here for loop, because we are going to use value from 1 to 5. So I will use here 1 to 5, and it will by default increment by 1. Okay, so here I will write f is equal to f into I. So what will happen? Value of f is 1, so 1 into I. So value of I is 1, so 1 into 1 you will store 1. Okay, then next, what next? I'll write here f print f f print f. Now I would like to print value for this factorial. Okay, so value is stored in variable f, so I will write here f. Then next I will use end. Okay, so I will run here, so you will get 20. So I will just hide this and again I will run. Now here you can see, so at the initial stage value of f is 1, then value of again f is 1. Now into 1 value of I is 1. Okay, so it will print first value, that is 1. Now at the end it will check i's value of I is 1. Now we have to move up to 5. Okay, so it will again go to back and it will automatically increment by 1. So instead of 1 now value is 2. Now value is stored in f is 1. So 1 into 1 into, now value of I is 2. So 1 into 2 you will get 2. Now here in f print it will print 2. So at second line you will get 2. Now it will come to at this end. Now value of I is 2 and we have to check up to 5. So 2 is less than 5. It will move to again back. So value of I is again increment by 1. So value of I is now 3. Okay, and previous value of f is 2. So f is equal to 2. This f is equal to 2. Now value of I is 3. So 2 into 3 you will get 6. So you will get next 6. Okay, in the same manner you will get all values. So now I can change up to 10. Okay, so you can change the value of this endpoint. So the beauty of for loop is once you done your programming, you just change your value of for loop, so you can directly you will get same result. Okay, so this is the one of the tricks. Okay, and for summation, now I would like to do summation 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So what value you will get? So in summation I will use 0 because in summation we are using 0. So 0 plus 1 you will get 1. Okay, so I'll write here f plus I. So up to 10 you will get 55 value. Okay, now I would like to mention another thing. I'll write here factorial. Okay, so you will get here factorial. Now I would like to print message like this: factorial of 10 is this much. So I will use here percentage d again. Okay, is, now I'll write here I comma f. Okay, now I will change here value 5. Now this will print what? This will print value of 5 is 120. Okay, why? Because I execute up to 5 and whatever value stored in f it will print at the second percentage d. First percentage d we are using for I and second percentage d we are using for f. Now I will run this, so you will get this: factorial of 1 is 1, factorial of 2 is 2, factorial of 3 is 6. Okay, now I want to execute this value only once. Now I don't want to run simultaneously. Now the question arises here, why this is continuously printing? Because we are in a for loop. Now if we select and cut, I will cut this value and Instead of this, I'll write at the bottom. Means we are out of the loop. Means it will execute only once. If I run this, you'll get this value. Factorial of 5 is 120. Factorial of 5 is 120. So with the help of if condition and for loop, you'll get the value. Hope this will help you. Okay, so now we'll move towards our linear algebra. In linear algebra, now we are going to work out from matrices how it will use with this. So for matrices, I'll use x is equal to, now we are going to print row vector. So for that, I will use directly value x is equal to 31, 1, 2, 3. So this is our row vector. Okay. So you can use either space or comma. And for column vector, I will use y is equal to 1 semicolon 2 semicolon 3. Okay. So this will use 1, 2, 3. Or if I want to enter column vector without using semicolon, I will use here y is equal to in square bracket 1 space 2 space 3 square bracket close and dash. Dash is nothing but its transpose. So you will get transpose of row vector. So transpose of row vector, you will get column vector. Okay. So this is another the things for column vector you can use. Okay. So for matrix, we can use random integer or only rand. So I will use a is equal to rand. So this will give random real number. Okay, this will give random real number. Again, if I use random integer number. So here we are getting 3 comma 3 means 3 by 3 integer number. Now in this matrix, if we want use some limits, now I would like to use up to 10. Okay, Imax means up to what maximum value you want to enter that values in the your matrices. So up to 10 means between 10 I want to use value and size of a is 3 comma 3. Okay, and enter. So you can see here, so between 10 we are getting 3 by 3 order matrix. Okay, so you can also use rand I. Okay, I am x and now I am using 15. In square bracket we can use 3 comma 3. Okay, so this is another one of method to print matrix. Again, I can use a in square bracket 1 is to 3. 1 is to 3 means 1 2 3. Okay, it means it will increase by 1 by default. Now next is 4 5 6. Okay, and then 9 colon. Now I will decrease by 1 up to 7. So 9 8 7 means I will get 3 by 3 matrix. So 1 is to 3. 1 colon 3 means you are getting 1 to 3, and that condition will increase by 1. Second is 4 5 6. You are getting 4 5 6. Okay, next is 9 colon minus 1 colon 7. It means it will start with 9. decrease by 1, and what value up to what value? 7. It will decrease. So 9 minus 1 you will get 8, 8 minus 1 7. So 7 equal to 7, it will stop. Okay, so you will get this value. So this is the another way to use matrix. Now in matrix, again we need its size, means value of row and value of column. When we are dealing with programming, we need the size of that particular matrix. So I will use R comma C, row for R for row and C for column. Okay, size of A. So this will give us size of A in the form of row and column. So again we can use the value of R and C in between for loop. Okay, so yesterday we have seen some special function of matrix. So zeros, we can use 3 comma 3 m by n form. So you will get zeros entries, ones in the form of ones. Okay, I means identity number. Magic, this is another magic number. So what you will get this in magic number, if you add this number by diagonally, vertically or horizontally, you will get same summation. Okay, 8 plus 2 10 plus 5 15. Okay, now we'll check vertically, 9 plus 1 10 plus 5 15, and now you will check horizontally, 3 plus 7 10 plus 5 15. Means you add horizontally, vertically, diagonally, you will get same summation. Okay, and these are the thing about matrix. Okay, now next we want to find entries of matrix. Okay, now we'll check value of A. So this is value of A. So we know this position is A11, means first row first column. This position is A12, first row second column. This position is A13. Okay, now next is A21, second row first column, second row second column, second row third column, third row first column, third row second column, third row third column. Okay, now we'll see the entry 1 2. Okay, so I will find entries of 1 comma 2. So this will give us value 2. Okay, so A12, first row second column. So always remember first entries from row and second entries from column. So you will get first row and second column, you will get 2. Then I would like to find out entries 2 3. So I will write here A of 2 comma 3. Okay, so enter. So again you can check value of age. Now this is second row third column. Okay, so you will get entries second row third column is 6. Okay, so with the help of this entries you can trace the particular cell. Okay, particular value of that cell. Now next is now I want to find out value for second row. Now I would like to know only second row's entries. Now I will find second row entries. So I will write here AR is equal to A of 2 second row and all column. For all column we will use colon. Okay, for all column we'll use colon, and if I enter you will get second row and all column. That colon is nothing but all column. Okay, now I would like to enter entries of first row and third row with all column. Okay. Now AR. Okay. So you can use any variable, and in this from A, now I would like first row and third column. Okay. Now I will use first row as well as third row, and this is the first value for row. So I am choosing first row as well as third row. And what about column? I need all column. Okay, and then I'll hit enter. So you can see value of A is 1 2 3 for first row, and for third row 9 8 7. Okay, so these are the entries for first row and third row. So with the help of this command, so whatever row you want, you just enter in between square bracket 1 space 3. This is nothing but rows, and this colon indicating we need all column. Okay, in the same manner, if I want column entries, now I would like to enter second row or third row, and okay, sorry, third column. Now I want to enter third column. So AC is nothing but a column. So I will use here what value we have to trace from A. So I need now all rows and third column. Okay, for row I am using colon. It indicating I will require values of all rows and from third column. So I will enter. You will get here third columns entry. So you can see here our third column. What if I require first column and third column? So same command I will use. AC is equal to from where we have to trace value from A. So I will use here colon comma 2, sorry, we want to first and third column. So in column entries, put square bracket and whatever entries you want. So from first column and third column, we would like to enter entries. So you will get here A. Now I will show you A. This is our first column, and these are the third column's entry. So you can see here. Okay. So these are the things about how we can trace the value from the column. Okay. Now, now I would like to enter some complex matrix, and from that complex matrix, I would like to find out conjugate. Okay, so I will write here A is equal to square bracket 1 plus I comma 2 comma or space I semicolon 4 minus I space 5 or 3 space 4 semicolon I 1 space 2. Okay, so this is our okay. What happened? Okay, some previous entries is there, so I will use here clear all CLC. Okay, I will use another entries. Okay, I will use 2 plus I. We must put in square bracket. Okay, I, this is 3. Okay, now you are getting what we are facing the problem. Already we have showing the value of I. So that's why if you see here value of I in workspace, so value of I is 5. That's why by default it is adding with this. So 5 plus 2 you will get 7. Okay, no problem. So we'll see in the same manner I will put A as well as B is equal to transpose of A. Okay, this is B. So I will add A plus B, you will get this value. Okay, or B plus A, again we will get same value. B plus A, we are getting same value. Okay, so with the help of these you can find out commutative property as well as associative property, A star B or A dot star B. For dot star B, the order of matrix must be same. Order of matrix must be same. Okay, I will write here A star B. This will give us this value. Okay, uh, this will add. Now next A dot star B. This will multiply by element, means from A 1 into B 1 means first element from A multiply with first element from B. In the same manner it will multiply. Next we'll see inverse of a matrix. For inverse of a matrix we can see we know the system of linear equation x is equal to b, x is equal to b, x is equal to b. Now if we multiply by A inverse into A x, A inverse into B, so this will give you identity Ix is equal to A inverse into B. This means x is equal to A inverse into B. Okay, for this inverse we are using INV function. Okay, for this inverse we are using INV function. So I will use A is equal to a random integer. We will choose 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, then I will use small b is equal to any column vector. So I will use 1 space 2 space 3 and its transpose. It means this will use column vector and x is equal to inverse of A into B, inverse of A into B. This will give you inverse of A. So we know A into inverse of A will give identity matrix. So this will identity matrix. So due to this fractional value means 0.1875 minus 0.3125, this gives 1.000. So this is again one of the what we can say fractional form of identity matrix. Instead of doing this or using this command x is equal to inverse of A into B, this will give inverse of value of inverse A. Okay, so this will give value of x. So we can use instead of this, so A backslash B, this will give same value, whatever value we have given, x is equal to inverse of A into B. So you can check here, for this we are getting same value. Okay, 0.1875. So with the help of this command a backslash b, it means inverse of a into b, or you can use this command, x is equal to inverse of a into b. Okay, so with the help of this you can find the value of x. Okay, so for that we need to find the value of inverse of a into b. Okay, in the same manner we can find out determinant of a. So this will find value for determinant of a. Okay, now next we are going to see how we can make a programming for upper triangular if a given matrix is there. Now I will write here, if a is equal to a random integer 3 comma 3. Okay, so this is given matrix, and now I want to make programming that we must get upper triangular matrix. So what happen in upper triangular matrix? Whenever you are doing any programming, you must be clear with your concept. So if a is equal to this, so we are having a11, a12, a13, okay, a21, a22, a23, okay, a31, a32, a33. Okay, so above this diagonal element is upper triangular matrix. Okay, and a211, a21, a31, a32 are 0. So what you identify from these things, the first value is a of I comma j. Suppose this is a of ij. So what you observe from this, 2 is greater than 1. Okay, here 3 is greater than 1 and here 3 is greater than 2. It means when we want to find out value, upper triangular value, if I is greater than j, then a of ij must be 0. What we want, a21 must be 0. Again this will be 0 and this will be 0. It means you will get upper triangular matrix. So for that, condition is, what condition is there? If I is greater than j, you will get upper triangular matrix. Okay, so I'll write here programming for this. Okay, so obviously we want to find value for r space c. We must know size of a, so size of a is 3 comma 3. Okay, instead of writing here, I'll write code in this platform script. So CLC, I'll use a is equal to rand I having 3 of 3. Okay, then I will find value of r space c. So size of a we are going to find here. So size of a is 3 comma 3. So I will suppress this. I don't want value to show you value of r and value of c. Okay, so I would like to rotate all values a11, a12, a13. Okay, so I will use here for I is equal to 1 to 3 or 1 to r up to row. Okay, and for j is equal to 1 to c. Okay, so it is nothing but it is moving from 1 to 3. Only we have given only what variable name. Okay, so value of c is nothing but 3. You can see here. Okay, so g is moved from 1 to 3. What next? Now we have to check if I is greater than, sorry, if I is greater than j. Okay, if I is greater than j, what we have to do? That a of I comma j, a of I comma j, we have to make 0. Okay, again I will suppress this, and for this if, and for this second for, and for this last for. Okay, and then I will print a, then at last I will print a. Now I will run this. Okay, now you can see here. Now this is our original matrix 1 2 3 2 2 1 3 1 2, and with the help of our programming we make below the diagonal elements are 0 with the help of this coding. What is the basic thing is, if I is greater than j, then it is upper triangular matrix, and if I is greater than 0, if I is greater than 0 means 2 is greater than 1, we want to make this 0. 3 is greater than 0, we want to make this as 0. Similar for this 0. What about lower triangular matrix? In lower triangular matrix, in lower triangular matrix, okay, above the diagonal element, above the diagonal, all elements are 0. So what you can observe, 1 and 2 means j is greater than I. Okay, now we can use g is greater than I. It means you will get lower triangular matrix. So simply, if you use, if j is greater than I, just change the symbol, you will get lower triangular matrix. Now you observe, you see, you will get lower triangular matrix. Now you can see the original matrix is 3 2 1 3 1 3 3 1 1, and with the help of this programming you are getting lower triangular matrix. Okay, so with the help of these you can make programming. Okay, now next, if I enter any matrix and I want only identity matrix, means in diagonal entries I want only one element, unique element, and other than non-diagonal elements must be 0. So for that I will write a programming same way. Up to this it is same. Now what we have to observe or what we have to trace, okay, if I is equal to j, if I is equal to j, it means this will gives you I is equal to j. Now you can see I is equal to j means value of I and j is same, value of I and j is same, value of I and j is same. If I is equal to j is same, if I is equal to j is okay same, then value of a comma I j is equal to 1. Okay, so we'll simply write this program for our identity matrix. So if you get any elements, so I will read right here, instead of I less than I will use I is equal to j. If I is equal to j, I will write here I is equal to I a of I comma j is equal to 1. Okay, a of I comma j is equal to 1. Else, what if I is not equal to j, then all remaining value must be 0. I comma j is equal to 0. Okay, so I will just run this program. Okay, column 13. Left of the equal sign is not valid target. We will compare. Is equal to is nothing but compare, and if I write I is equal to, it means it will acquired value of j into I. So this will give the result in the form of identity matrix. So here is the output. Value of initial value of given matrix is 322, then 112, 312. Okay, and if we use this program, you will get this value. Okay, okay, so today we'll stop here. Okay, today again we'll see more programming in MATLAB. If you have any problem, you can ask me. So I will use 3 of 3. So between 15, you will get all entries, 3 by 3 order matrix. Instead of this, you can use square bracket for this. Okay, instead of this, you can use square bracket for this. Okay,
Sir, in
or
case we
in square bracket 1 space 2 space 3. Okay, this is first row's entries. Now I am going to enter 3 by 3 matrix. Semicolon for next row, 4 space 5 space 6 semicolon, then 7 space 8 space 9, and close the square bracket and hit enter. So you can manually enter this matrix.
okay, sir.
Sir,
matrix. See what happened. The variable I is used. Variable I is used while using the for loop. So instead you don't use I and j so that it will not work. Otherwise we have to clear all or clear all workspace. Then it will work. So this matrix is of 3 by 3 order. Suppose I want entry 2 plus I, 3 plus 2I. Be careful while writing. Don't write 2I. 2I will not work. You have to write 2 star I. 3 star I, then 6 minus 8 I, and just enter it. So this will be the 3 by 3 matrix. You can see this third column, and Hermitian of that is calculated. Conjugate transpose is calculated by this. You can easily check. Earlier it was transpose you are taking. This was the transpose of matrix A. Complex conjugate.
Okay, sir. So one more question. I want.
The variable I is used for the for loop, and that I value is kept in the computer memory. So we have to clear all variable first while writing your program. Then and then it will work. Okay, got
Okay,
it?
sir. Thank you so much. I have one more question, sir.
Okay.
Sir, when
And I will just run this program.
okay.
Okay. Now here it is asked enter matrix. You should be careful what matrix you want to enter. Suppose I want to enter only row matrix, so I can. Once I can run it again, and again you can input the matrix from command window. If you put single number, it will also work there. So be careful while putting comment in that single quotes what you want to do. Okay. No. And what you do,
No, sir.
just
Yes, sir, yes. So
go
this one.
to layout. Go to layout. Suppose you want command window, you can click here. Suppose you want history and command window, you can click here. And suppose all but command window, you can click. Default is this. So you have current folder here, program you are doing, folder names will come here. Here it is workspace, what was you are going to use with sites, and this is the command history will come here. So you just go here, layout, select default. Got it?